Hey guys, this is Rob from ChainsawGuitarTuition.net. Now, in my last video, I mentioned scale sequences, and this was in relation to learning all your scales. So we're going to go through that a bit more in detail today, and hopefully that'll be something that makes sense to you. So sequences are really important in music because it gives structure. So when you're playing a solo, you don't have to think up something different for every single note or every single phrase. You can actually just take one thing and then move it up or down a scale, or through a chord sequence, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first one that I mentioned last time was going up 1 2 3 2 3 4 3 4 5. So what we're doing there is we're taking a group of 3 and then doing it off of each note of the scale. So if you're in C, you've got the first 5 notes of C major: C, D, E, F, G. If we do a sequence of that, we then have C, D, E, that's from the first one. Then we have D, E, F, that's from your second note, and then E, F, G, that's from your third note. And of course, if you play something like that, you can go up a scale without just going up a scale, because that's boring, right? You can also take any number. You can take 4. So you could do 1 2 3 4, 2 3 4 5, 3 4 5 6, etc. to come up your scale. So a good one as well is 5. Odd numbers sound more interesting, or they can. So you can go 1 2 3 4 5, 2 3 4 5 6, 3 4 5 6 7. To go up your scale, and then you might be targeting the top octave. So you would then go 4 5 6 7 1, or 8, depending on how you look at it. So you can do that, or you can do some sort of variation on that based loosely around this concept. Okay, so you could go 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Please comment below if you recognize what that's from. I also want to talk about when you've got a sequence over certain chords. Okay, so you might choose a scale for each one of those chords and then do a sequence from that. So a good one is to go 1 2 3 5 for a major scale. So in our key of C again, we've got C, D, E, F, G, our first 5 notes. We can go C, D, E, G, 1 2 3 5. Okay, and then say our next chord is G, we can then go, we've got now G, A, B, C, D as our scale. That's a G major scale. So we can go G, A, B, D. Okay, and already we're starting to come up with things that can give us melodic ideas. So of course this requires you to know your scales and arpeggios really well in every key. I'll link to my ebook down below that's got every single scale, major and minor scale, with the arpeggios for guitar. And what this allows us to do when we're doing sequences is we can follow chords and start to follow chords. You don't have to play everything strictly as a sequence, but you can then use this idea of being able to follow the chords so strictly in your practice. When you go to solo and improvise, live, or when you're just messing around, you've got a better idea instantly of where the notes are in each scale. So I recommend practicing that, just practicing the arpeggios for each key, or certain notes from the scale. So I've got my ebook down below with all the scales and arpeggios. There's also this book, which I can recommend. This is a book that I've read, and it's all about scales and, well, it's all about improvisation really, but it talks about playing through each chord. I recommend this book. It's really good. It's if you're not used to doing that and all you've been used to is like pentatonic scale or a certain scale for a key, it's really hard to follow it. But with practice, and obviously it's not hard to follow what you're supposed to do, but to play it is hard. So with a little bit of practice, consistent practice, that becomes easier. And then you can look at these other ideas and applying it to, rock or metal. That book is mostly jazz stuff, which is good. I mean, I like jazz too, but you can then apply it to your own styles and your own thing. And until then, see you next time.